Hello everyone, this is a quick video tutorial regarding the DMInteract DM950 banknote sorter and currency counter that is provided here at DMInteract. From the back we have the handle back cover, which can be opened to clean the machine from the inside. We also have the switch for the on and off. We have the power cord jack, external display port, 2 USB ports for any updates, and also the RS-232 printer port if needed. So first thing we want to discuss is the machine overview. As you can see over here, we have our banknote guiders, which you can adjust based on the width of the banknote. We also have the hopper over here. Also the touch panel. This screen is not touched. This is the touch panel. We have the TFT LCD display. This is the screen over here. This is the reject pocket, the impellers over here, and also the stacker over here. Also keep in mind, this is the feeding cap adjustable screw, and also the banknote processing wheels right over here. Once you plug the machine on, this is the intro that comes on the screen over here. Starts to recalibrate immediately from top and bottom. Give it about 10 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds, and then it will be ready to go. The DM950 currency counter and sorter comes with a banknote sorter, an external display that comes on the side, power cables from the back, the banknote guiders, the CIS calibration paper, the cleaning brush, also the cleaning cloth, and the fuse, and of course the manual. The mode key over here to select count or SDC mode or NDC mode. We'll get to those later on, but this is the mode key that allows you to choose what type of counting mode you want for the machine. And over here also we have the CFD key, which is the counterfeit detection sensitivity level. You can see the code or the bar at the top here. This will tell you how sensitive, or you can select how sensitive you want the counterfeit detection sensor to be. And of course we have over here our power key, where if you press it for long, let's say about 5 seconds, and then you release, the machine will be on standby. We always recommend you do this by the end of the day, and also you press it again if you want to resume. Also the restart key over here to start counting or other operations, and it will also clear the counting result over here. So just give it a little press and it just resets everything so you can recount again. On the other side here we have the auto key, which can determine the switch on and off automatic operation. Auto makes automatically counting as long as there is a banknote on the hopper. Manual, it allows you to manually count by pressing the restart key, so it will keep on counting. The SN button here, you press it and this will allow the serial number of the banknotes to be counted as well and to be shown when printing. This is to turn on the serial number recognition function. In batch mode, press it to increase batch number by 1 or move cursor up in the menu. So it also works as not only the serial number, but it also works as the up or down feature in the keypad. Another operational instruction is the face value, where you can press it to activate to read only the currencies facing a certain direction. You can either have it on or off, of course, depends on how you want to arrange your currencies. This also works as the left button in the arrow section as well. Another important feature that we have is the batch key if you're doing multiple batches. When you press it, the function is already on and the number is at 100. You can minus the batch number to 0, 50, or 100. We always recommend you keep it on and at 100. When you make a purchase of the DMInteract 950, it does come with a printer, and that's why we have the printing button over here, which you can press to print the report that you have once you finish counting. And you can press the start key to start print and the escape key to return. The menu button that we have over here, when you press it for 3 to 5 seconds and release, it will take you to the sub menu that we have, which gives you the option to go either do the service menu, the version information, current time settings, and select the language. We'll get to those in a bit. However, just to confirm, if you do want to select any, you just need to go up or down, and then whatever you want to select, you just select the menu button as the OK button, and it will take you to the next section. The next 3 buttons we have is the escape, which takes you back to the original screen. You can also do that by pressing restart as well to make sure everything goes back to 0. The add button, you can press it if you want to keep on adding the notes. So let's say you have a big batch of certain currencies and you want to keep on adding them. You want to keep on feeding and seeing how much the total is. You can press the add or remove it when you're done. So we'll remove it. And also the speed. So as you can see here, when we press the speed, you can arrange it between 800 to 1000. The reject feature on the machine is actually very interesting. This tells you why the machine has rejected some of the banknotes over here. So for example, I have with me a stack of Canadian currencies that range between 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100. They're facing different angles just because I selected the face and the serial number mode on the screen. So I'll go ahead and place it. As you can see, the machine counted 13 notes for a total of $290, and there are 19 notes that have not been accepted. So I remove the notes, I go to the rejection button here, and now this will tell me that this is the serial number, this is the amount of the currency, so we have hundreds, 50s, 10s, and the reason why it was rejected was because of the face value. We can go down and see everything over here. So once I remove this, I put it back again, press escape, they're all been counted, 32 notes, total $1,000. Another very cool feature is the record button. This shows you the record of what you have counted so far. So for example, after I reset the machine again to zeros, it is on auto over here, as you can see. I put in my bills again. They've all gone through. The machine detected that they're Canadian dollars, 32 paper bills with a total of 100, but I want to know what it has counted. I press the record, and I see over here that there is one of the, number one, $100 bill. There's 5 of them for a total of 500. $50 bills, there's 4 of them for a total of 200. $20 bills, there's 10 of them with a total of 200. $10 bills, there's 7 with a total of 70. And $5 bills, there's 6 for a total of 30, with a grand total of 32 pieces and $1,000 in total. So just to explain what we have here on the screen, as you know, over here we have the currently selected currency. Next is the counting mode that we selected from the mode option on the side. We also have the CFD level, the counterfeit detection, the speed that we selected. We also have the number of batch that we have, so I've put it up to 190, and also we have the options over here. We have the auto, serial number, we have the add if we want to keep on adding, which I did not select. We have the face. We also have how many rejected notes, which right now is 0 because they're all facing correctly and they have been counted correctly with no issues. The total number of the accepted banknotes, and also the total counted amount. So that's in the dollars amount or the currency amount. And over here, that's the grand total. So yeah, this is what you would find in this. Moving on to currency selection and counting. So as you can see, we have already selected the auto. And I have in my hand right now, instead of Canadian bills, I have American and Canadian that I want to put into the machine right now and let it count. So we'll see right now what will happen when I keep the option on auto and I put both American and Canadian. So as you can see, we have right now 20 rejected notes. It looks like they're all the American notes. We have the 32 notes that are Canadian with a value of $1,000. And I want to see why this has been rejected. When I press the rejection button, it will show me unknown. Now the reason why is because it's unknown to the machine why this has been rejected, but that's because we know that it's been rejected because we have the machine detecting that it's only counting Canadian. To run the trial again, I will be placing right now the American notes at the bottom, Canadian notes at the top. So the first thing it will read is the American notes, and we'll see right now what it will select and what it will reject and why. So as you can see, 20 US notes, total value of $1,000, rejected 32 notes. Seems like it's the Canadian because it detected the USD. We want to check and understand and confirm why. We look and it says unknown. Again, that's because the machine is right now only reading USD currencies and it's not reading the Canadian. So automatically your next question is, well, what if I wanted to count multiple currencies together? Like for example, what I have here, 20 US dollar notes and 32 Canadian notes. And I want to figure out how many they are and what their value is and their details. So it's very simple. Remember how we selected auto? We go back to currency and we move the cursor to multi, click on the menu button. Right now we have multi over here. We put the notes as they are. And there you go. It has counted for us 32 Canadian notes, that is $1,000, 20 USD notes, that is $1,000. We will try again. This time the $50 bill, face is down. There you go. 4 Canadian $50 bills for total 200. 4 USD $50 bills, total 200. Rejected everything else. And here we see the $50 Canadian and American. Moving on to the counting mode selection. As you can see, we have over here the MDC option, which is what we had earlier that counted all the bills. But right now, what happens if I select another mode, which is the SDC? Now, the SDC mode is the mode that allows the user to count and sort the banknotes by one denomination, which is automatically determined by the first note scanned in the stack. So for example, I have again the stack of Canadian and American currencies with the $20 Canadian bill at the bottom. As you know, there's different currencies here, different numbers. We have $20 bills, $50 bills, 5, 10, and 100. But the first note here is 20, so I'll put it here. And there you go. It has counted 10 Canadian $20 bills that resulted in 200, 10 USD $20 bills that resulted in 200, rejected whatever is not in $20 bills, and here you go, we have the Canadian and the American $20 bills selected at the bottom. The other mode that we have here is the count mode. So we changed the mode to count, and this one, the mode does not limit the currency, it only counts the number of banknotes that is provided. So again, we have 32 Canadian notes, 20 USD notes. That's a total of 52. I will put them here. And there you go. It only gave me the total number of banknotes, not the currency total. And keep in mind, we have the batch set at 190. So anything above 190 notes, it will not accept. I can also confirm why they have been rejected if I don't want to go over them. I can simply click on reject, and it will give me the serial number of every banknote along with its correct number. And the reason why it's been rejected is the denominator, which is we selected the first note to be read was a 20. Therefore, everything that is not 20 has been selected out. As you can see, those $20 bills are the American ones, and again, they haven't been correctly read. The next mode we have is the SDCV, and this one, the user count and sort notes by one version, which is automatically determined by the first note scanned in the stack. Now this can be useful to be sure that there are no notes of other versions in a large strap of one version. So for example, I have my mixed Canadian and American, and I have in them 10 $20 Canadian bills. So I select SDCV. I want to see, or just to confirm that I do have that amount, so I'll put them in. There we go. 10 $200 Canadian. Everything else has been rejected, and I have taken out all the Canadian $20 bills. So since this is still on auto, I've right now exchanged the Canadian notes with the American. When I click to count, it goes back on auto, counted the 20 banknotes that I have, shows me the serial number for the last bill. If I click on record, here's what it read. And if I click on it again, it shows me the serial numbers for the banknotes that are that just have been read through the machine. Now, to mention something very quick about the counting function option, keep in mind that we have over here selected the option to be auto, which we can always remove and have the machine go on manual. So to give you a quick example, this is the option where we either keep it on auto and it will count the banknotes as soon as I feed it to the machine. Press escape, remove the banknotes, reset, and right now I will be removing auto to manual. Right now I can put the stacks, as many as I want to stack up, without the machine doing it manually. Once I'm done, I click on the start and it will read it. The last thing I want to talk about is the maintenance. Now, as you know, after starting the machine, it will go on self-check automatically. If the preset window over here shows that there's an error code or it tells you to clean the sensors, generally speaking, it is because of dust that is on the surface of the sensor blocked by the notes. So please clear the dust on the surface with a brush or a soft cloth, or take the notes away and then restart the machine. One of the things that I want to mention here is that if you want to know or find out the serial number on the screen, you have to make sure that the currency is on the correct currency. You cannot check the serial number when it's on multi. You have to either click on auto or select the right country currency in order for you to find out the serial number. So in other words, if I go, for example, let me show you, if I click on multi and I present the Canadian and the American notes as I have here, and I put all of them here, click to count, 52 notes, I have Canadian and USD, but when I click on the record to see what the serial number is, I can't see it. However, if you print it, you will find it, but you can't see it on the screen. But if we click back, put it on 0, go to currency, make it on auto, and click on menu. Right now we select our Canadian currency, put it here, try to make sure everything is fitting. It has read all of them. As you can see, here's the serial number for the last bill that it read. If I click on record, it will show me what it has gone through, and click on it again, I will see the serial number for every single banknote that was read earlier. Now we will talk about the menu button. So if I click on the menu for about 5 seconds and I release, I will see the 4 service or the menu options that comes to us. You have the service menu, the version information, the current time setting, and the select language. I strongly recommend not going over or not trying to change anything unless you overview the booklet and maybe consult with the branch that you bought the machine from. Just in case something does happen, you want to make sure that you know how to go back to the settings that you have made or that you prefer earlier. But just to go over it quickly, we selected service menu, and again, you go up and down based on the arrows that you have here on the touchpad. But let's go over the service menu quickly just to show you what it has. It comes with the option here to select the password. By default, the password is always 9999. So I will go to number 9 and I click on the menu because that's our enter or OK button. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you go. First thing that comes is the read sensor values. Then you have the CIS calibration, the MGMT waveforms, function settings, auto diagnostics, PCS counted and reset, acquire CIS image, detection level, IP address, unknown banknote, and back to default settings. Again, we strongly recommend you don't change anything here unless you are fully aware of what you're doing or you have someone from the branch that you bought the machine from with you over the phone or in person to go over these with you. So the read sensor values, very quickly, this shows you the calibration that it's on. If there isn't any red squares, that means everything is running fine. Press escape to go back. CIS calibration. So this is to clear CIS or put the white paper, which is the white paper over here, and press the start button. Only you need this when you want to recalibrate everything, but overall you don't need this on your day-to-day basis. Maybe once a year or every 6 months you might need to recalibrate in case there's any issues. Waveforms is just another technical thing that you don't really or necessarily need to access. Function settings. This is just if you want to change anything from the machine. The key beeps, if you want to turn it on or off. Batch, no, clear, PC terminal, and the rest of the options over here. Again, these are designed for certain companies that have certain standards, but overall, normal, you don't need to adjust that. Auto diagnostic, we will press the start key. Smooth, PCS counted and reset. Now this interface will tells you the totally counted quantity or numbers of banknotes that have been counted so far. So if we click on it, so far we have counted in this machine over 60,709 banknotes. Obviously we've run a lot of tests, so that's why there's a high number. But if we want to clear that, all what you got to do is press the start button, and this number is clear. Next we have the acquire CIS image. This just shows you the images of the notes that you have acquired as extras in case there's a change of the note. There's a $50 bill, front and back. There you go. We have the detection level, so we'll just click on that quickly to see what it has. This is the CF level, the counterfeit. IP address, again, because in case you have any issues and you call the branch, they will ask you for the IP to understand which model and where it's located. Unknown banknotes. We haven't had any unknown banknotes yet. And the last step is the back default, which again, we don't recommend you do it unless there's an issue with the machine and you have to send it back to the factory or the branch, and they'll redo that for you. Always keep in mind that the unit should always be turned off from the back of the machine. Before cleaning, do not use solvents such as thinners or alcohol to clean the machine. Most operational problems can be avoided by regular care and preventative maintenance. Taking regular care of the machine will significantly increase its lifetime. To avoid problems, make sure there's no metal caps or rubber bands in the bills being counted that are put over here. Be sure to follow the proper procedures for loading the hopper. For best results, it's always recommended that to use an air duster and a soft brush to remove any dust or debris from the interior of the unit. When not using the machine for extended period of time, cover it with a dust cover to prevent dust from setting inside. And all parts of the machine need daily care and cleaning. Pay close attention to the sensors, which are delicate components. If any dust or other foreign matters come to the sensors, it may cause various problems during the operation of the machine. Other than that, thank you very much. Enjoy the machine, and if there's any questions or concerns, please make sure to call or email the nearest DM branch to you. Thank you very much.